Boys, girls, and NBs, you know what time it is. The GHPC developer stream for the month of May 2025 is now upon us. And we've got some stuff to show. I am joined by Kavi.
Ahoy hoy.
There we go, there he is. In fact, I'm going to boost you a little bit, because I remember how it was last stream.
I appreciate that.
Alright, so we have a couple of new things. The astute observer might have already noticed what is new around here, but we're going to get a closer look as soon as I get my game started. Some German thing I cannot name. Yes, I am told it means marten, which is a type of furry animal.
It couldn't be that. It's probably something cooler in German.
Yeah, this game doesn't deal with furry animals, so it must be a mistake. What we are going to do is turn my game sound down. And we're going to start up a interesting new mission. I'll wait to put it on screen until it's ready.
Which one?
Which one? This one is a little scenario called Don't Wither. We will see if I wither, as is tradition.
I think you've always done great at this game.
Yep. I've never been shown up by my own game on stream in front of an audience.
Never.
Wouldn't happen. I actually do everybody the favor of showing how not to do the missions, so that when you try for yourself, you have a little tactical leg up.
Same reason I don't play the game in front of people.
That's right. Don't want to ruin it, the spoiler of how to do everything perfectly. Alright. So this is a new thing. This is the Marder 1. Marder A1 minus. Or just Marder A1 minus. I won't get into...
What is the minus indicative of?
It means
Were you just
several
trying
things.
to not get into it?
I was about to say I won't get into the specifics on Marder variant lineages right now. Suffice to say that there are many versions of this vehicle. This is the one we're playing today. It is unstabilized as hell.
That shouldn't get in your way. Honestly, while playing with this, I don't feel a stabilizer would really help. Might help with the moving a little bit, but when you start, you'll see that it's just awesome.
So you know what? Before we get too deep into the mission, I'm gonna turn the game up and we can get some engine sounds.
Josh, stabilize your gun. Literally impossible. I have no stabilizer in this. Now, you'll enjoy this. The back MG, it does not.
There we go. Now we can hear ourselves. Alright, let's get everybody in a line.
MG, Schützen, nach links. Dieser kann, Feuer.
Gotta tell Kavi to speak up? Yeah, that's not my end, man.
Achtung, zu hoch. Neues Ziel, Panzergranate.
Oh!
Achtung, Ziel. Dasselbe Ziel.
That's the wrong weapon.
Ziel. Dasselbe Ziel. Achtung, immer. Neues Ziel. MG. Schützen. Okay. Achtung. Achtung, okay. Achtung. Ziel erkannt. Achtung. Neues Ziel. Neues Ziel. MG. Neues Ziel. MG. Schütze. Achtung. Neues Ziel. MG.
I love how it just mows people down.
Dasselbe Ziel. Hoch. Dasselbe Ziel. Achtung. Ziel. Feuer einstellen. MG. Schützen. Okay. Ziel erkannt. Feuer. Achtung. Hoch. Dasselbe Ziel nochmal.
Okay, so if you have a problem over there, you just dial in the correct range on the sight and then pull the trigger, and then you no longer have a problem over there. That's the general idea of the Marder turret. This is a rapid-fire 20mm with a coaxial MG3. They both fire extremely fast. And then for the tertiary weapon, we have a Milan, or I don't know how to actually pronounce this. Milan. I just say Milan. It is a anti-tank guided missile tripod, just slapped onto the turret, just as is, and that's good enough. We might not get to fire this from an external perspective. We might be jumped by some tanks or something, so I'm just going to show it now. It does the tube throw. Neat little
I didn't know
detail. Yeah. That is a real thing that the launcher does. As soon as the missile comes out, it's tossing the tube in the other direction. It's pretty wild.
The way you say the Milan is correct.
Cool. I'm glad I have Kavi here to tell me how the terminology
I got it
works.
from the chat, but also you should believe me.
You can't trust the chat, man. Some of them thought Leopard 2 was coming.
Yeah, but we don't talk.
One Bundeswehr reveal at a time, huh? So let's talk about equipment while I'm moving to the new position. This vehicle has smoke grenades, it has a infrared night sight, a passive intensifier, or I guess it counts as active because it has this spotlight on the side of the turret. This dealio right here, the door is open at night. Notice also the dangly wire reacting to the physics. That's a pretty cool detail from Harry, our vehicle lead. What else? It's very unstabilized. It has an anti-aircraft reticle in the wide field of view, and then if you zoom in you get the focused normal targeting reticle. The gun pod on the back deck is an MG3 designed to be used by troops in the rear. That is not currently usable. We'll see what happens when we revise crew stations in the future. What else? Typical markings. I believe this one has the troop carrier marking instead of the tank marking on it. Although I don't remember which one is which specifically. It's pretty nimble because it's a light vehicle. You'll find it's roughly comparable to the Bradley in terms of GHPC. The missile is also pretty powerful.
Are those firing ports modeled into the vehicle?
Yeah, but you can't use them. It's just like the Bradley. They exist cosmetically, but they're not usable at this point. You'll find that the missile is also pretty strong. It's one of the higher effectiveness ATGMs in the game. So I'd say not quite as good as the Ito in raw power, but pretty close. And that is the Milan F1, if I'm not mistaken.
Considering the Bradley is second to none, how does this compare to it?
This would probably be third. I know that's not how second to none works. Yeah, this is pretty comparable to the Bradley, unless you want to shoot on the move. If you want to shoot on the move, you're gonna have a few issues. All right, they are very close. I'm in RPG territory now, which is not ideal. But I have a rapid fire 20mm, which is ideal, so. I can also do this. It's a good trick. Oh. That's a BMP. Goodbye.
I like how you fixed the bug where it doesn't switch your ammo mid-shot.
We fix a lot of bugs. Is that dead? Looks dead. I don't know if I can show this on Twitch. I need to restock. I need to restock all. Where are we supposed to be going right now? Alpha. The restocking is pretty similar to the Bradley in game terms. In real life it uses different ammo boxes, of course, and the gun feed works slightly differently, but coincidentally they also use 50 round boxes. So you're going to be looking at a similar process for the Marder. Commander view is a little bit obstructed by all the stuff. That's just how it is. There is a no ATGM variant of this where you can drive a Marder with no tripod sitting on here. That will allow you a better view off of the right side from the commander's hatch, but it will leave you with no anti-tank capability. So it's a bit of a trade-off. We're including that option because a fair number of these actually didn't receive an ATGM launcher. There were a lot of different Marder variants. I'm sure we'll cover it in detail in the release post, as we tend to do. But yeah, there's some of them got kind of hosed with that.
What variant of the Milan is this?
F1. Alright, I'm gonna get us oriented toward the enemy here. I've only got one guy left. Let's get you. In the trees a little bit. Not that much. I can't even see to get my other vehicle. There we go.
Taking bets on whether action lives or dies. The line of sight switch is not new. It's been around for a while.
Oh, this. Yeah, if you hold tab instead of tapping it, you get the ability to look at the vehicle that you want to switch to. It still respects the limitations of the mission, so I can't switch to this M113, for example, because it's not intended to be a player vehicle. There was a time when that instant switch did not respect the mission limitations, so you could do something like look up at a helicopter and switch into it, but you could not fly it. You could just leave your camera attached to it forever while it did things. People did it. It was interesting. As far as night equipment, we're not going to get a good look at it in the day mission, but this has a standard green night vision sight, early generation. It has the spotlight on the side of the turret for assisting with illumination, and the missile launcher has no night sight. So if you're doing night fighting in this vehicle, you're going to be pretty well limited to the cannon and the coaxial. If you have to fire an ATGM, you'll need to find a visual cue in the dark to line up on, which is a little bit challenging compared to, say, the Bradley. But I'm sure people will make it work. Support troops at Alpha. Alright, theoretically we have tanks coming up. Question is who will see each other first. Oh. I've made a slight mistake with my ammo choice. Oh, here they are. It might be hard to see on the stream. When I'm switching ammo, it's actually switching instantly. This is a true dual feed open bolt weapon. So when I switch my ammo selection, it's instantly ready to fire the new round. There's no dump round like the Bradley. I'm suspicious of this smoke.
Don't you have a coax gun for shooting at these people?
I do, but oh man. It's I'll take all the advantages I can get. That's what I was thinking.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Considering your force has just been destroyed.
Yes. I don't know if I was killed by an RPG or a tank.
What would the AR say?
That is a good question. It says 3BK15M, that is a tank.
Ooh, through the tree line.
Yeah.
He must have caught a glance at you and then fired.
Yep. I was not very far into the trees. Parts of my hull were definitely visible still. Well, better luck next time, I guess. Anyway.
So would you say that you withered?
You know, despite all the instructions, I think I did.
Damn.
It's, someone said it sounds like a skill issue. Listen, I'd like to see you try it.
Bro withered in the chat.
It's true. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up a training range mission in the night version so that we can actually see the site. I'd win. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead and try it.
Yeah,
So,
soon enough you'll be able to see that.
yep. So as far as status on this vehicle, we are extremely close to releasing this. There was a chance that it was going to be out by now, but we took a little extra time to fix some stuff. I would expect to see it very soon. Not dropping today, not going to do one of those immediately after stream things, but we're talking a matter of days. So if you are excited about Marder, you will be able to drive it very soon. If you're not excited about Marder, it'll be not allowed and totally banned.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Nach links. Ziel erkannt. Feuer.
Okay, so this is an unstabilized site. The day and the night sight both do the same thing. As you adjust the range, they actually physically change the orientation of the optic, and then you have to compensate with the gun on your own.
Achtung! Treffer. Treffer. Feuer einstellen.
There's nothing quite like this in the game yet.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer.
Fully
Nach rechts.
unstabilized
Ziel
turret
erkannt.
with
Feuer.
a kind of fire control system going on.
Achtung! Zu hoch. Selbes Ziel. Feuer einstellen.
That's
Love
only
the sparks
700.
in night vision.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
pretty cool.
Our VFX guy is cooked wonderfully.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Ziel erkannt.
Ooh.
Feuer.
What kind of Schützenpanzer uses a spotlight? Do we have those on BMPs? Yeah, we do. Oh, BMP 2. What is that? 12, 14?
Achtung! Oh,
Gotta be 1,000.
Achtung! Treffer. Feuer
There we go.
einstellen.
So as you can see, the 20mm is no slouch. It can actually deal with BMPs frontally if you hit the right spots.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Nach links. Ziel erkannt. Los. Achtung! Oh, Achtung! Das gleiche Ziel.
So this is the DM43 regular armor-piercing round. But there is also a DM63 APDS, which was being developed around this time. Now it's not totally clear whether it would have been in service or how much of it, so just for fun, we threw it in. I'll show the customizer menu in a little bit, but you'll have the option to do some APDS gaming with the Marder if you so choose.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Nach rechts. Erkannt. Feuer. Achtung! Treffer. Selbes Ziel. Feuer. Treffer. Feuer einstellen.
Someone said show the muzzle flash. That is a great idea.
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Nach rechts. Verfehlt. Selbes Ziel.
That's an angry hose.
Gotta watch out for the angry hose.
Verfehlt. Dasselbe Ziel.
If you look carefully at the back of the turret, you'll see the smoke
Verfehlt. Dasselbe Ziel.
venting out
Achtung! Verfehlt. Dasselbe Ziel.
from firing. Yep. We looked at some videos of the Marder firing and said, oh, that's sick. And then our VFX guy cooked, as he does. I have lost my target.
So you noted it has an anti-air sight. Is this supposed to be used for anti-air?
It can be done when necessary. I think that was the thought for putting that in there, just in case you find yourself
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer.
at the controls of a Marder and a helicopter shows up, or a plane, you might as well.
Achtung! Treffer. Feuer einstellen.
You can see it does make a difference whether you have the searchlight on or not. Very similar to the packed night sights. It extends the range a bit if you watch those trees. Something out here is still alive and using its searchlight. There we go.
Treffer. Feuer einstellen.
You guys are genuinely the best developers alongside Shockfront Studio.
don't know them, but thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. You actually shoot down planes in this game. Try.
I mean, I'll just spoil it. Helicopters, yes. Planes, no. Not right now. Ooh, I need to
Josh.
change this. What?
I wanted them to go try. Did Josh finally win a mission on live stream? He always wins.
It wasn't just
My
because
heart.
they couldn't shoot back.
Oh, Shockfront Studios makes nuclear option. That's cool.
Love the distant popping of the HE going off.
Nuclear option GHPC collab win. Game developers are almost always emphatically busy, so probably never. Is that the gun gas I hear escaping the cannon housing?
I'm not sure. I might be hearing reverb from the environmental echoes. I don't know. Like I was saying about the missile launcher, no night sight at all in this view. So you are limited to what you can see in the dark. I think that's a vehicle. Yep. So it's gonna be interesting. You might have to use the illumination flares. Alright, let's go back to menu. This is a preliminary build, so you might notice a couple of things here or there that still need to be adjusted. Like the win message saying it was the BMP2 range. But that's why we go over everything a couple times before we put it out. I do want to pull up the Marder again, because I want to show that site one more time. Let's do day this time.
Native narrative with Marder, please.
That would be cool. I might pull that up next. Why can't they just look at the site with the nods? Are they stupid? I know that's a joke, but a lot of people do think that because of video game logic. So I want to point out that you cannot use magnified optics with night vision goggles in real life unless you very precisely mount them in such a way that they are coaxial and cooperating. You can't really have head-mounted nods and then pull up a scope. Besides eye clearance, it's also just really hard to get it lined up. If you play something like Tarkov, you might think that it's really easy. It's not. Anyway. Let's get the gun sight lined up again, because I want to show one more time this the way this ballistic compensation works. So we've got our wide field of view sight with the
Panzergranate. Schützenpanzer. Nach links.
anti-aircraft brackets. We've got our narrow field of view sight with no extra decoration. And then as I dial it in, it moves the optic head, it tilts up and down. If I adjust it to a long range, let's do 25, and then I switch to HE on the dual feed, it very slightly changes my point of aim. I can switch back and forth between the 2 rounds, and it will shift up and down. It's changing the ballistic compensation live for the round that you have queued up. And since this is an open bolt weapon, whatever I fire will be what I last selected immediately. It's not doing the one in the chamber thing like the Bradley does. So if I do AG and then I tap the trigger, that's an AG round. Well, you won't really be able to tell against the terrain very well, but so I'm on AP, I hit HE, pull the trigger, it's all HE. Go back, it's all AP. And that AP round is devastating against thin-skinned vehicles all the way up to BMP, as we've seen. It's pretty good for 20mm actually, especially if you compare with how the 30mm behaves on the BMP2. It's using kind of suboptimal ammunition at this point in its service life. The Marder really punches above its weight in that respect. In fact, let's pop back into main menu. I want to see the customization options for this, because as I mentioned, we have different ammo choices, 2 different ammo choices for the 20mm. So if I hit customize, this is a training mission, so it doesn't let me pick vehicles, but it does let me pick ammo. We have DM43 and DM63. 63 is going to be your APDS round. It's a discarding Sabo subcaliber. That is going to do a lot more raw penetration than the DM43. So if you want to take on some slightly more challenging targets, that might be the way to go. In the meantime, let's set up a side-swapped native narrative. Oh yeah, and we have the no ATGM option as well. Just like we said. Let's go good ammo. Just for fun. What's Bradley Alt? Bradley Alt has the ammo bins loaded with the opposite types of ammo, so you get a big belt of AP and a small belt of HE. That is something that can be done in real life by the crew if the mission calls for it. So we just decided to throw it in as an option in the customizer. The Bradley will not get a non-ATGM version because it was not deployed like that in real life. Not that I know of. Alright, I'm gonna bring the tanks up long enough to deal with the initial action. Oh, I forgot I can't actually switch to the Marder in this mission. Well, we'll just see how they fare then.
I don't know why you want to. You're one of the best people.
Ah.
Will we see the Milans deployed by the infantry? Deployable equipment like that.
I couldn't hear you over the buzzsaw.
The question was, will we see Milans deployed by the infantry? And I said that deployable equipment by infantry is to be determined.
Yeah. I think there's a pretty strong chance of seeing the... Oh. There's a pretty strong chance of seeing the ground tripod version of it at some point, because that was what it was made for. They turned me into a VFX demonstration. That's so rude.
They certainly did, yeah. Okay, you can start playing for real now, Josh.
Cheeky fuck. Do I have to actually range find this fucker? Yeah, I think I do. 2,300. Plunk. God damn it. Whoever suggested native narrative, you're off my Christmas list. Yeah, it's much closer.
When will we get co-op? And I'm just going to add to that, when will we get multiplayer? When it's ready.
Yep. If you ever ask us a when question and the answer isn't something we're about to release, it's going to be when it's ready. And we're not doing that to be like annoying or something. That's the only valid answer. We're not going to do, oh, it's so soon, just wait, and then, you know, it gets delayed because they need to fix something or whatever, and now you're wondering where it is. We're not gonna annoy people like that.
When will the ready be ready? Toxie, go to your room.
Let's find a mission where I have no skill issue. Let's find a mission where I can play the martyr. I mean, that's what I meant.
I thought you were doing fine. You were doing well until everyone died.
If my objective was to bring glory to the East German mechanized forces, then yeah, I did a pretty good job.
Seems fair.
Jaden said the main menu. Listen. Nobody's ever successfully won the main menu, alright? Momentous Maniac might be a fun one. I think this is one where you get to play as both. Anything else updated besides the martyr? Yes, there's a list of new stuff. I don't have it on hand right now, but you'll see it in the changelog. There are new missions. One of them was Don't Wither. That's a two-parter. I think there are a couple more as well.
Correct.
I will leave the full list to you guys to find in the change notes. Because like I said, this is coming out most likely this week. I'd be surprised if it didn't.
Why isn't the Leopard 1A5 in the game? Don't you mean the 1A, 1A, 1A?
1A, 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 1A. No, the 1A5 is outside of the time period for this. This is a 1985 game. If you look up Leopard 1A5, they weren't really using that at that time.
I wasn't even born in the time frame of this game.
Kavi, why are you here? You're outside the time frame. Oh, fuck.
Josh, why are you here? You keep blowing up.
I'm actually a little bit baffled by that one. I thought I was safe till I got to that crest.
I'll be honest, that's me on every mission. Damn.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna,
God damn it.
I'm gonna go over
I
to
was
the.
waiting on you.
I'm gonna go way to the side, and hope that that's a place that they don't see me. Does Josh need his glasses? Listen.
Josh, stop dying. This is the kind of advice that I give him regularly. It doesn't really help.
I'll try blowing up. That's a good trick.
You're so good at that.
Alright. My quest to find a mission that would allow me to show off the martyr is going very well. I'm just gonna roll straight up to him.
You got this. Guys, if we bully Josh too much, we won't get another dev stream. I mean, I do that every week if he seems to still come to work.
Yeah, I'm desensitized at this point. Alright. I'm actually...
What is killing you? I'm a little shocked now.
There's a whole line of, it's probably like 2 vehicles, let's be real. But there's a collection of stuff at the top of the hill. They are in a defilade position. I think they're dug in, for that matter. And my crew are not spotting them before they spot me. And I'm not spotting them because I'm bad. So between all of these, it's a less than ideal situation tactically.
I'm going to blame Kevin, our mission maker, for all of this difficulty.
I have beaten this mission before, but I think it was before Hull Down was added as a feature. So I saw that blue circle in the there you are. Saw the blue circle in the main menu and thought, oh, easy, I've done this before. I have no idea what I was getting myself into. See, look at this. They broke my breach already.
They've breached your breach.
They have. I suspect we're gonna need another mission. So far I've shown off.
You don't think you can salvage
nothing.
this one?
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough with a martyr that has no gun and a martyr that has move, or no move and gun.
Okay, that does sound difficult.
The Phantom fucked somebody up.
Alright. I got a nice, easy suggestion for you.
Yeah, what's your easy suggestion?
Customize claustrophobia with martyrs.
That actually sounds cool. Let's
Do that shit.
Let's do it. That's guaranteed missile and gun targets in a couple minutes. It'll is the free cam available for anyone? Yep, everybody who reads the controls menu in the game by hitting F1 gets a special unlock of using the free cam.
I was gonna say anyone who buys the game gets the special unlock of free cam. Now, free cam is just available. I don't know if that'll be available in like the 1.0 down the road, but for right now it's available, so you can take a look at things. Free cam DLC, $40. No, we're not that bad.
Yeah.
Do I get any golden eagles with the DLC? We're definitely not that bad.
I'm not gonna go on a rant about microtransactions today. I'm banning myself.
We're gonna have a nice and easy stream today.
Yep. We're gonna do a chill, peaceful mission. There's a nice sunset scene here, or dusk really. You know, just chilling in the village with the boys.
Yeah.
I don't think anything could go wrong, honestly. This is it's idyllic. If you think about it.
This is nice. This is a scary name to this mission, but it's actually quite nice.
Yeah, you know, if you're an experienced vehicle crewman, you're not going to be claustrophobic just sitting here.
Nah.
I'm gonna range
I
that hill
recognize this Bradley mission.
just for no reason. I'm gonna range this hill.
Feuer!
Great.
Oh, nice.
I just remembered Usually there are thermals in this mission. This dust is gonna be a problem.
You're right.
Ah! No.
Okay, you got another. Will we eventually be able to turn off engines so we can listen for opposing vehicles? Nah, because you want your vehicle to be on, so you can...
Panzergranate! Panzer! Okay? Achtung! Ziel! Dasselbe Ziel! Das Ziel! Verrichten!
Look
It
at that!
says the attack's
Look
been
at
repelled, but I
you!
suspect there's still something alive.
Yeah, but once you've repelled the attack, they start to retreat, if I remember correctly.
They may. It depends.
I gotta say, did not expect you to win.
That guy looks dead, but I'm gonna hit him anyway, just because.
You do you, man. Josh won, what? Oh my god, Josh survived. Good job, Action, you did it.
When they said "don't wither," I kind of delayed listening to that. Oh, what in the hell?
Did artillery get you?
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Never trust Kavi.
Ooh, it's a good lesson.
Let's fall back out of the artillery hell zone and then shoot the Milan.
You're supposed to defend that village, and you retreated out of it.
That is not a village, that is an artillery zone. I've learned that the trick to engaging tanks in this thing is to wait till they're dead and then pull out in front of them.
While Josh is killing, I think, the last enemy, after our live streams, we normally do a patron Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone is interested in that, you can go ahead and join our Patreon, patreon.com/GunnerHeatPC. You get a lot of different items there, perks there, but our main thing is you basically get to interact more with the developers as we're developing the game.
Mm-hmm. And we're a little more candid in patron Q&As than otherwise. Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna do another Milan tube launch. That's fun.
Alongside that, if you're not there, go ahead and join our Discord. Links are at the Patreon and at gunnerheatpc.com. Can I pay you in Robux? No. Axiom, thank you for the donation.
I think DM43 would have been fine at this range and this angle, but 63 is just ridiculous. I mean, it's going through BMP pretty much no matter what.
What is the most expensive burger you've ever had? Ask me that in the patron Q&A and I will answer.
I see what happened. The first hit didn't hit anything explosive, and then the second one did. Cool. How are we doing on time? We're almost done.
Almost done.
These always go fast. Alright, so what else is coming for news? We're still working on the West German roadmap milestone. Obviously, the Marder is a pretty important piece of that puzzle. We already have the Leopard A1 variants. There are a couple of other things coming. Confirmed publicly, we have the Leopard 2. There's also some stuff that's not been revealed, so we'll see which one arrives first. You can always speculate what that will be, but you'll see for sure when it's ready, of course, just like everything else. And then we've got the rest of the roadmap. We'll have no more major factions left to add. It'll all be features at that point. Expanded campaign, crew stations, multiplayer. I think there might have been something else. Enhanced destruction. But yeah, we're getting there. It's all coming together, slowly but surely. And for those who buy in early and help us along that ride, we really appreciate you.
Definitely. Can't do this without your support, so thank you.
What else is there? We have Q&A every month, not just when there are streams, so we'll be doing that shortly with the patrons. Patreon is a good way to support if you want to do a little extra. Not mandatory, but if you do, you get access to some early teasers. Some patrons get test builds. People have been playing the Marder for, what's it been, a week, 2 weeks? In various versions right now. But yeah, there's early access to upcoming game content when it's ready for testing, so that's a fun perk. And then we often show stuff that's in development earlier than we're ready to reveal it publicly. Anything cool that comes up or interesting teasers, those are also shown. So if that all sounds cool to you and you have a little extra to pitch in, feel free to subscribe. If not, that's cool too. You just buy the game once and you get the stuff when it's ready. Seems like a pretty cool arrangement.
I think so.
What's with the cinematic on the screen? This is the main menu. If you hit escape while you're on the main menu of the game, it hides the UI. So this is the screen you get by unlocking or by beating the mission Longer Road, if I'm not mistaken. That permanently adds this menu to your rotation. And then you get the Soviet one by finishing, I think it's Pushington Part 1. Yeah, that's right. There's a T-80 mission. And then there's another main menu background that you get in a secret way that maybe some people know about.
Yeah, that one's pretty cheesy though.
That one you have to complete a challenge that's pretty impossible, but you know, you do what you can. Alright, we are about out of time. So, with that cryptic message, I leave you all for the next 2 months, or the next 5 minutes if you're a patron.
Really quick, if you do want to join for the patron Q&A, you join our Discord, you join Patreon, you get a role, and you'll be able to join a stage with us. Someone asked in the chat.
Yes, it's all handled automatically, so if it doesn't happen right away, make sure you've paired your Discord account on your Patreon account, and otherwise you'll have to just wait a little bit. Alrighty. See you all next time.
Bye-bye.